Black First, Land First says it's opened a case of assault and racism after a man allegedly hit its leader, Mngxitama, last night. Well, joining us on the line right now is the leader of BLF, Mr. Mngxitama. Mr. Mngxitama, a very good morning to you and thanks for talking to us so early in the morning. First of all, do you have any idea who assaulted you and for what reason?
No, I don't know, but I believe that whoever did that is linked to Mapungani, because the same white man, when the announcement towards the end, he was given some kind of authority to address the participants. But also, Toli, I need to correct quickly the fact that BLF did not contravene the court order, and secondly, the idea that BLF is Gupta linked is a fake news produced by white-owned media for its own racist agenda. None of these things are true.
Mr. Mngxitama, let's talk about the case that you've opened for the time being. You saying that you believe that this is a racial attack. On what basis have you come to that conclusion?
No, of course, because this is what this man said when he aggressively approached me. In fact, I told the police other things that he said. But it was a physical, threatening move. I was sitting there peacefully. I don't know even how you in the media are associating Black First, Land First with the disruption that happened. I arrived at the event. I sat down peacefully, waiting for my turn when there was question and answer, because I needed to expose the lies that has been said by Mapungani on those fake news that they produce on the basis of the so-called emails leaks. I came to the event as a member of the public who's interested. I don't know who the people are who arrived singing, but these white men, because they are racist, any black person who take an action that they believe is wrong, they'll pin that on us. Because, of course, they need to silence Black First, Land First, because we've been challenging white monopoly capital, which, of course, is the funders and sponsors of Mapungani, which is there to protect and to cover up white corruption and to amplify the so-called corruption of black people, so that this racist notion that black people are corrupt can be perpetuated. So that's what happened. I was sitting down, I did nothing, and now I am the victim of violence and racism is being called to account.
Mr. Mngxitama, let's talk about your intention of attending that meeting. The allegation is that the group which disrupted that particular event was actually with you. As a result, after the whole fracas took place, you left and that group followed you. So are you saying this group was not with you, which allegedly disrupted this meeting? Because we can clearly see you in the pictures arguing very fervently alongside a lady who is also known to be a BLF spokesperson. Are you saying that you were not part of this disruption and you did not plan to disrupt this event?
No, but see, there's a manipulation of images. I haven't seen how the images are being used. Here is a sequence of events. I arrive at the event with about 3 of my comrades. We sit down, we wait for the event to start. It was actually about to start. Maybe another 3 minutes thereafter, arrived a big group which was singing, and that is a group that basically drew attention to itself. And at this point, this white man then attacks me. There's no relationship whatsoever between us, members of Black First, Land First, who were there in the audience, and this group of people who arrived there singing.
Were you invited to this event, Mr. Mngxitama?
No, that is a public event. You don't know this? You must look at the invite. It says it's open to the public. There was no invitation. Open to the public. And it is about the public matter. And I went there for that reason. So now there's a question that even this event was on invitation. It's a lie. So the media continues to distort the truth. The white-owned media continues to produce fake news.
Mr. Mngxitama,
they were journalists.
Can I just tell you?
Why can't they just tell the truth?
Can I just tell you that on this channel, we interviewed someone who was part of that meeting last night, and that was Thandu Chiga, who was at that event, who apparently at some point even argued with you directly. He says that you and the group of people who disrupted that event actually were targeting Stefan Bremer, who is with the Amapungane investigators. Are you still saying that you had no intention of going into that meeting and disrupting that meeting? And on this basis of this question, Mr. Mngxitama,
no,
I'm saying to you, this is an eyewitness account. This is not manufactured news by ENCA.
Your eyewitness is a liar, is a house Negro, who's lying to protect his job.
But isn't that insulting?
I don't even know.
House Negro, is that even allowed, Mr. Mngxitama? House Negro, is that how you define fellow black people today?
Defenders of white monopoly capital with lies and fake news are house Negroes, and that is a house Negro. I'm the guy who was being attacked. I don't even know who attacked. I don't know the name of the white man who attacked me. I took the matter of being attacked so seriously that I went to the police station and opened a case against this attacker and this intimidator and this racist, who now you say there is some black person who said the white man, the racist white man, is the one who's been attacked. That is a view of a house Negro. If indeed he was in that room, he is lying, because he does not account for the attack that happened to me, sitting peacefully, waiting for the event to happen to challenge, because we have facts upon which and clear arguments which you want to put forward around the lie and fake news generated by Amapungane. So that's what we're waiting for, to engage when I was attacked. But your house Negro did not see the attack on me. Well, of course, I did confront this white man who was attacking me. I can assure you, Toli, and your viewers, Black First, Land First will certainly defend itself when it comes under attack by any means necessary.
Mr. Mngxitama, just as a final question to you, if you're saying that you are not a Gupta-linked organization, then is it a coincidence, therefore, that you allegedly disrupted an event which was discussing Gupta leaks? Of course, stemming from that, were your protest outside Peter Bruce's house, who you were clear that he is reporting badly about about ministers in government and, of course, about the Guptas. So are you saying that it's a mere coincidence that every time there is a journalist who is reporting on state capture or about state capture, Black First, Land First happens to be there defending those people? Peter
Bruce is a racist, and we're very clear why we protested at his house. He was writing shocking material about the black people, not even talking about corruption, but basically insulting black people in a very racist way, infantilizing black people in the old apartheid and racist way. That has been our issue. And of course, there's a bias that he never exposes white corruption. And we dealt with that issue as a separate matter. It is, I want to reiterate, fake news to suggest that BLF in any way disrupted the event yesterday. What happened is that I was attacked by a racist white man while sitting peacefully waiting to engage in a rational discourse. Now, if you don't get that, it is a perpetuation of fake news, and it shows the method of news making in this country. It is not based on the truth. It is there to drive an agenda. It is there to drive the protection of white monopoly capital. I disrupted nothing. BLF disrupted nothing. BLF did not break the court interdict. In fact, we are the victims of racist attack, which happened in full view of many journalists who were there. All of them now seem to be saying they did not see me being attacked.
All right, Mr. Mngxitama, what injuries did you suffer, by the way, just very quickly?
Oh, well, I mean, I suffered, my dignity was seriously impaired. I had to push this white man away, who was basically, attacking me.
So what injuries did you sustain as a result of this?
No, I have a bruise on my leg. What do you mean? Do you know Premier Injuria? Do you know what racism is? It does not have, do you know what intimidating is? Does not mean that I need to be physically attacked. In fact, I had to push this man away to avoid his aggression and his intimidation. So that is why I needed to do. And then my comrades came in between and they basically held him. He would have been injured, by the way, if he continued in the same vein. Because as Black First, Land First, we're not going to allow white people who stole our land, who have caused genocide, to continue to intimidate us in our land. That is not going to happen.
Okay, thank you very much for your time. That was leader of Black First, Land First, Andile Mngxitama.